Hey, I've never done a recording here on TikTok, but I wanted to hop in here this evening and just share some information about some things that are going on. If you follow us at any given point, it's justice for Ramon and Rayne. This has been going on for quite some time. So I just wanted to give you some updates. This past weekend, Ramon was here and he was able to get the news people to share some information about his art. And his art has been deemed that it's, I guess you would say, unsuitable for his children, which I think is just bogus. But let me just give you a little background. I'm Earnestine Mobley, and my son is Ramon Harris. He is on TikTok as well. And he is in we thought it was a custody battle, but it's really not about custody. It's been past that point. Now it's about civil rights, because not only has Ramon's civil rights been violated, but those of his children as well. Ramon and Rayne. Living in the state of Virginia, Ramon at one point had custody of his children, taking care of his children, doing everything that he could do for his children. And the mom was still in the picture, but she did not have physical custody of the children. So at some point or another, Ramon ended up marrying a woman by the name of Joe Harris. The agreement was for Joe and Ramon to not just be friends, but to marry, to make sure that he had, I guess you would say, sort of a stable foundation for his children as far as the courts would look at it. That turned out to be a nightmare. Joe wanted a real marriage, and when Ramon wouldn't give that to her, she turned the tables. Oh yeah, a woman scorned. So with all of that being said, Joe was a surprise witness one day in a hearing. And Angela Morehouse is the guardian ad litem. And what that is she's supposed to make decisions that are best for the children. But that's not what Angela's doing. But let me finish this. So Joe showed up to be the surprise witness. The children were abruptly taken from their school, life interrupted. No witnesses against Ramon or nothing. Joe accused him of beating her, accused him of punching holes in the wall. She called the police, and the police wanted to know, where is Mr. Harris at one point? Well, he was never there. He was always at work. Really? Come on, if a man is beating you, you have no marks, you have nothing on you, why don't you get a restraining order? Why don't you move? But she had none of that. All she knew was she knew how to get Ramon by going after him through the children. That's how she would hurt him. So the children are taken away, and Ramon goes into this downward spiral, okay? His YouTube video will tell you his whole story. You can look him up, and he will tell you how he was into the drinking, the alcohol, and all of these things. Yes, that was my son. It was my son, okay? So he met this other friend, oh yeah, what a tangled web, by the name of Arneesa Cooper. Basically the same thing. She was trying to help him. She said she was helping him. They were supposed to be friends. Ended up, she wanted more, and just Ramon had no more to give. Ramon's sole thing was, I need my children. I want my children back. I want them out of that home where Tyreek Carr, there is paperwork, and it has been proven that he touched my granddaughter. Yeah, he touched my raindrop, okay? We're not making this stuff up. I couldn't get on social media and say this if it were not true. We have proof, okay? So that's where the children are staying now. So Arneesa Cooper has this blow up. She wants Ramon. Ramon doesn't want her. So one night she staged an attack, accused him of strangulation, accused him of abducting her. The police are called secretly to the place where they were living because he was laying on the sofa. He was intoxicated. So somebody knocking on your door, you don't know who it is, right? So what are you going to do? They never announced who they were. And they come into the home. Ramon is arrested. Ramon is in jail for 9 months. 9 months, you all. 9 months. Lost his home, lost his car, the little piece of car he had, lost his job, everything. But guess what? Ramon said, I'm not going to take a plea because I didn't do anything. Well, he had an attorney who was a good attorney. I'm grateful for Eric Seamus. He got him out, okay? All the charges were dropped. All the jurors found him not guilty because Arneesa's story was full of lies. It was full of holes, okay? So there was a restraining order that was in place that has recently been dropped, okay? No restraining order anymore because they even saw through her lies. So all of that was done away with. So now Ramon is back fighting again. And it's just so much, you all. And this is going to be the first video, but I want you to share this video with your friends. If you know of somebody in the state of Virginia who is not going to be biased, who is going to take on a case like this and not be afraid of a guardian ad litem by the name of Angela Morehouse. Angela Morehouse, because I know she watches everything that we do on social media. We are not hiding. We are not lying. And Ramon has recordings of her lying. Because he was recording in the courtroom. And now they've set it up so you can't bring your cameras in anymore. Well, he's got a lot of proof already. But when it comes to the corruption that's going on in the Commonwealth, it's going on. Civil rights have been violated, okay? This is going to blow up sooner or later. We're going to keep hitting. We're going to keep pounding. Because if you hit a stone long enough, after a while, that stone is going to break. These people in Virginia, what they are doing is they are pushing to get judge seats. It's not about my grandchildren. They don't care about those kids. Ramon was a good father and is a good father. Never hit his kids. Don't even raise his voice at his kids, really. I just don't see how he does it. I mean, but, you know, he's good with those kids. He really, really is. And I applaud him for that. So I just want you all to help us to get the word out. I'm going to be bringing you more information. I'm going to figure out how to do this TikTok thing. Share with your friends in that area. If you know an attorney in that area, there is so much corruption in that Commonwealth. People are using my grandbabies. I would say they're trafficking my grandbabies in the system. Not one of Ramon's witnesses has ever been called. Not one. Because they got to keep it hidden. You know why? Because somebody is pushing to be a judge. I don't know who. But my friend called it circling the wagons, where everybody inside of that little hub has got to do what they got to do to keep the dirt hid. But after a while, it's going to be exposed. After a while, we're going to keep hitting that stone until it cracks. It's going to crack after a while. Just watch what I tell you. Not threatening. You can only hide your dirt for so long before it comes to light. Okay? You can only hide it for so long. So, keep sharing this. Keep liking. We are on Facebook. His art is Unleashed Art. Share the art. Grateful that they were able to do the video this weekend here in Columbus. And just a correction, nobody broke into Ramon's house and stole any of the art. That was not what he said. Even in the interview, we recorded it. So the art was stolen by Joe and Arneesa Cooper. That's who stole his art. Yes. Because when they left, the art left. Who else took it? They had the key. They had access. So nobody else could have stolen it. Nobody broke into anything. So keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. And we appreciate you. If you know of an attorney in that area who is good with civil rights, let us know.